Right. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Welcome to the Terrible Old Man. This is based on a short story by H.P. Lovecraft and was originally done as a Game Blast effort. So this was produced very fast and then slightly tidied up for release. Apparently it is short. Right. Down. Okay. This is going to be me reading, I suspect. So, Angelo, when are we going to blow this joint? They said we head out tomorrow. It's a few hours drive to Boston. How long are we staying there for? Oh, I'd say just a night. We've got to keep moving. Hey, Chrono. And then we head back to Arkham? That's right. I've been talking to a guy up there who might be able to get us some action, you know? Say, speaking of action, look at that dame over there. She's got something going on, doesn't she? Incredible. Zanuck. Zanuck? Why don't you get your pasty ass over there and give her your best line? Maybe I will. Maybe I will. That's me in the bar every time. And get us some beers while you're at it. You've still got some cash from the old broad the other night. Yeah, I got a few bucks left. Don't have a dime. Hell, that woman was so old she couldn't even get out of the house to spell her godforsaken dollars. But old Manuel here sits spending on hooch and let it sit there gathering dust for another 2 years before she bites it. Damn right. So we're really getting into the the deep and sensitive end of these guys. Well then, get us some beers, boy. Okay. Left to interact, right click to observe. I am ready. I don't want to look outside. Doesn't suit this dive bar one bit. Tried to decorate this dump with some old prints. News clippings about an incident at the local port. They're from a paper called the Kingsport Bugle. God, I forgot they were in Kingsport. Picture has a caption, the local Kingsport fisherman. There's some old postcards put in frames. Okay. Nothing interesting here, just dusty pictures of local goons. Okay. Angelo Ricci calls the shots in our little gang. The man's the size of a cockroach, but he's got a temper. Manuel Silva. The man's built like a damn brick wall. A useful man to have around. Intimidation is his game. One mighty fine looking broad. What she's doing in this pit of a town, I do not know. Okay. Well, I'm supposed to go and annoy her. Say there, miss, can I have a word? Leave me alone, greaseball. I like her. She can stay. No need for that kind of language, lady. I'm merely trying to conversate. Go conversate anywhere else. Maybe to your mother. Did she just do a your mama joke? Struck out again, Zanuck. This guy looks like my cousin Peter, but cousin Peter he ain't. Some local goon. We got a decent selection here, some good hooch. 3 beers. Where are you guys from? Boston? Innsmouth? Yeah. It is odd, isn't it? My first thought was, ugh. But it's kind of effective. You can tell it was based on kind of quick sketch graphics. None of your goddamn business, just give me some beers. It's my bar. You watch your manners. Yeah, don't piss off the bartender. I think so, yeah. I think they are. The trouble is, certainly the woman's portrait didn't half remind me of that image in the church that one of the congregation tried to improve and restore and ended up looking like horrific, broken-necked, smeared baby. Fucking nice here in Kingsport. We look after each other. 3 beers. Please? $2, my phone friend. Okay. There's cash. Let's get cash. $2 right here. 3 beers coming up. Gosh darn it, the bell's dry. I'm gonna have to roll up a new one. Sit tight. Okay. It is really actually quite disturbing, the artwork. Only been acting strange since his run-in with that old fella the other night. I really shouldn't have let the boy out so late. Eyes are everywhere. Mechie, indeed. You know that very old man, former sea captain of some sort? Oh, Tilt. You see him around town, pays for his groceries in golden doubloons. I heard about him, yeah. Feeble and ancient. Heard he talks to bottles he has lined up on the table inside his house. Calls them names like Spanish Joe and Mate Ellis. It's as if he's talking to his old crew. Yeah, most peculiar chap. Best avoided, I think. No need to upset such folk. Something you need to teach Dickie. Bit of respect. So what happened was Dickie threw a stone at his window, you see? And the old man caught him in the act. Gave him a good talking to, I bet. Dickie won't talk about it, what exactly happened. Oh dear. He's a stupid boy. You go around throwing stones through old folks' windows and, well, they aren't going to be happy no matter how feeble they are. I told him he's not leaving his house for a month apart from going to his lessons. Must be quite a scary sight for a young lad to face. Fancy that, using gold coins for currency. The man must be sitting on a fortune. Tell me about it. I heard he captained clipper ships in the East unaccountable years back and brought back untold treasures. Just copy-pasted from the story, didn't you? Thank you for the beers. You are not gonna believe it. Got ourselves a job tonight. Crazy old man who lives in town, so rich he pays for things with doubloons. Got a room in his house where he stands there talking to bottles. Well, don't we all, mate? Rich and senile old fart. Get in there tonight and see what he's got on offer. Should be fun. Where's the old man's house then? Okay, where is the old man's house? Right. Hi. I'm not a burglar, but just in case I was a burglar, where would I be looking to, like, burgle? Okay. Said something about bottles. Sometimes people see him through his window with a lineup of curious bottles sitting on the table. Each bottle has some kind of object inside. Pendulums, some say. He's been seen to chat to them, waving his arms about. I'm afraid the old chap's lost his mind. Too much time at sea. Back in the time nobody remembers. Rumour has it he spent decades in the Far East. Some say he talks to the bottles as if they were his crew members. Ziff. Where does he live? Along the coast, a crumbling ancient pile it is too. One of the oldest houses in Kingsport, I'd venture, and that's pushing the issue. It's the address. Thinking of visiting him, are you? What on earth would you want to see him for? Treasure hunter? No? Last thing we need in this town is outsiders bringing their wayward criminal ways with them. Why do you want to know his address? Why should we trust you outsiders? Okay. Travelling salesman. We wish to interview him for the local paper. We're his long-lost relatives. We found something that belongs to him and wish to return it. We're from the tax department. He owes us money. Don't think they're going to go with the travelling salesman. We're his long-lost relatives that we know nothing about this guy and we don't know where he lives. Interview him. What's the name of the local paper? The Kingsport Bugle, because I am obsessive and I went round and I looked at everything. Oh. Found something that belongs to him and we wish to return it. Yeah, that's cheating. Okay, I'm kind of striking out here. Got boxes of the man in the car. Oh, for God's sake. What are my options here? The only thing that's left to me is the long-lost relatives. Get the address yet? I'm working on it. Okay. I want to look outside. Okay. Do you know about a rich old man? Yeah. I'm surprised actually that nothing got us anywhere. Gossip about locals said this is a respectable town. Right here! There isn't. This is basically because it's such a dinky little game. There is background noise and no speech, unfortunately. You're working all the time. What's her line of work? Why don't you ask her? Okay. I'm gonna harass you again. I do apologise. You would get more out of people if you weren't so overtly a sleazeball. I've read The Terrible Old Man. I am in no way, shape or form sorry for what's going to happen. They're not supposed to be upstanding citizens. Dinky, small and endearing. Might not look busy, but my job requires a lot of thinking. What's your vocation? I'm a journalist. Ah, hello. Why am I talking to you? More importantly, why are you talking to me? I have a beer. I'm going to throw it at you. Write for the paper? Kingsport Daily Star. Oh, okay. I did not know that, Becky. Get lost before I write an article about outsiders pestering local women in bars. There. Mate, you are never getting her knickers off. So now... Sport Daily Star. Journalist from Boston. We do freelance work. Sounds like the old man could give us a great story. Imagine the tales he must have. Tales of exploration, treasure and chivalry. Yeah, you know what? Go ahead. I don't really believe you, but this is getting annoying. I like that. The old man lives up on Water Street. His property backs onto Ship Street near the shore. Outside his home's a curious foreign standing stones, an unmistakable sight. Really? Okay. I got the address through sheer incompetency. Just a few blocks from here. Let's go, boys. There's treasure to be had. Yeah, everyone's gonna buy your journalists. Exactly, Becky. Okay, we're here. What's the plan, boss? You and I will go on this gate. Zanuck, you will stay on watch. Will we do anything here, though? Looks like there's a light on up there. Zanuck, can you have a better look? We gotta make sure he ain't watching us. Streetlights lighting us up to the whole goddamn world. We should move quickly tonight. Okay. Got a bunch of weird standing stones in his garden. The patterns are not like anything I've ever seen. Maybe they're from some overseas place. Yeah. Willier Garden Centre. Yeah. So Chanek, yeah. I was trying to filter it through what I thought it would probably be in an Eastern European sense, and then filter it through how Americans tend to pronounce such things. And I came up with something completely different. Ended up calling him Xanax. House looks ancient. We don't have houses like that where I come from, that's for sure. Oh, do you? Okay, so stolen car. Let's go have a look in the boot. Oh. Leather box strapped onto the back of the ride. It's got the padlock and everything, so... Okay. Who's got the key? Lost it? No? Ziff? Me? Oopsie. Nope, just the one road then, okay. Looking gate. I have the key for the trunk. Oh, balls, I do. Here you go. Oh, thank God for that. Thanks for the key. Oh, right, okay. It's a literal trunk. Good robber always comes prepared. Spyglass, crowbar, and some masks. Okay. He is definitely watching us. He's in there. The silly old fool looks like the easiest target we ever had. Good word, Janek. He really is talking to a bunch of old bottles. As long as we're quiet out here, he shouldn't notice us. He's engrossed in his queer little pursuits. Got our masks then? Yep. They do indeedy. There's quiet, and then there's crowbarring a gate open. Gold Sea Dog might not be too loquacious concerning his treasures. We may need to make him talk. That's if the gold is even hidden. If he's as senile as we suspect, he may have stacks of it piled up all around. I go too hard on the old goat. Screams of an old man can be easily muffled. Well, that's a direct quote. Should be back in an hour at the most. Yeah. You see, if you had any common sense, mate, you would be back in that car and halfway to Arkham by now. What is taking them so long? Better not knock the old fellow off. I told them, I said, don't go too hard on the old goat. Here they come. It was, yeah.
Little things make considerable excitement in little towns, which is the reason that Kingsport people talked all that spring and summer about the 3 unidentifiable bodies, horribly slashed as with many cutlasses, and horribly mangled as by the tread of many cruel boot heels, which the tide washed in.
Okay.
And some people even spoke of things as trivial as the deserted motor car found on Ship Street, or certain especially inhuman cries, probably of a stray animal or migratory bird, heard in the night by wakeful citizens. But in this idle village gossip, the terrible old man took no interest at all. He was by nature reserved, and when one is aged and feeble, one's reserve is doubly strong. Besides, so ancient a sea captain must have witnessed scores of things much more stirring in the far-off days of his unremembered youth.
Yep. That was nice. In a horrid kind of way. Okay. Which is much how the short story goes, but the whole thing is written in the same vaguely colloquial style as the end section. Okay. Each of the robbers is always referred to by his full name. Ready thy wish list. Yes, that was very peculiar indeed. Oh, that would be the kid who threw the stone then. Oh, good art. Okay. That was indeed extremely peculiar.